Just a reminder, you don't have to be here to approve the minutes. That's never a requirement. There was no minutes at the last meeting that we held, which I'm guessing was July-ish, like that, because there wasn't enough people. So since we only do action minutes, there was no action, so there are no minutes. Anyway, so this is for you all to make a motion, second, and or if there's any changes, I can make changes to that for you. Whatever you like to do. Since we have the chair.
We have chairs? Oh, great.
I think you're the chair.
Oh.
Okay. So is there a motion to accept the minutes from?
I move.
I,
And then all in favor? So our agenda item is essentially related to ending the moratorium on 407 North Lumina from demolition, which Tony and I discussed when the application came through. We felt that also applied to relocating the house because of everything that's involved with relocating a house. It also means that the town of Brighton Beach loses a historic landmark, a designated historic landmark. Essentially, what this is the application has been received to move the William Bordeaux Cottage at 407 North Lumina, which is a locally designated historic landmark. It'll be relocated off the island. Typically what to consider with a historic landmark is the preservation in context of the structure and the craftsmanship and ways that the house was built, practices, basically preservation of those materials, workmanship in the context, which while this does remove the historic landmark from the context of its existing lot, at the end of the day, in January, they would have every right to simply demo the house in this way. In relocating it, it would at least be saved, and those practices and materials and whatnot would be preserved somewhere else. So,
do we know where?
What's that?
Do we know where they're going to meet?
The relocation, actually, I didn't see it on the application. Do you know where it's going?
Whiskey Creek.
Whiskey Creek, okay. Let's see. I did include the application for the. Also wanted to say that. Just so you, okay, here it is. Yeah. Remove the existing house foundation and Travisville foundation have done. Remove construction of new house and displays. Existing house be removed in its entirety. The new wood frame house. Where, yeah, it doesn't show here where it would be, but Whiskey Creek. I did want to say that I made a mistake in your packet. I put this in your binders. This is the actual advertisement for today's meeting. I accidentally put the wrong date in your packet version, but what was actually published was correct. Because in yours, I simply reformatted the advertisement and said that it was for demo, but actually what I advertised was a discuss review and hold public hearing on a certificate of appropriateness for 407 Lumina Avenue. So the one that is in the front of your packet is correct. Anyway, getting back to the agenda item, staff supports the relocation of the structure for all the reasons that we supported putting a moratorium on the structure demo, because in January they can by right demo the house, build a new one. With lifting this moratorium, this gives them, the applicants, some relief in relocating the structure off the island and redeveloping the existing lot.
And that was our choice at that meeting. So we wanted it safe.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no place to put it currently on the island, but at least the house would be saved elsewhere. That's pretty much all I have for you, for the commission. We just want to issue the certificate of appropriateness to relocate the house, because if it isn't issued today, then it will automatically be issued in January. So that's state statute. There's nothing anybody can do about that. So, if you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to try to answer them. Also, Tony's here, so we can. He has a little bit more institutional knowledge about what's going on at 407 Northern, and have more discussions about that than I have. And I wasn't here at the last meeting. Sorry, I was on vacation. But if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If not, it is a public hearing, so we would have to open up for comments at some point.
Hey, I just comment not on this particular house because I think it's kind of loud, but I do like to say one of the problems is there's no place to put a house.
Right.
And just, I might say that I think one of the goals of the town should be is to open up some areas where you can put these historic houses in the future. I look at our kind of campus around the town, and I see trailers that to me are always temporary structures, and not think of them as permanent. There's, I guess, a concrete building over there that's kind of derelict looking and stuff like that. And maybe the town can kind of come up with areas that in the future we could have these old buildings torn down. I mean, have the structures that aren't very appealing in our campus area, and maybe make room for future places. And these different entities like the flotilla and the different things that do have offices here could maybe in the future be considered as office buildings to these various organizations that have headquarters on our campus areas.
Jeff?
Is it appropriate just to make the motion that we approve this now or move?
Well, it is a public hearing, so we would have to open up public comments. So, yeah, I'm finished, and if you are finished with me, then we can open up for any sort of public comment. So we'll go ahead and do that. So if anybody wants to speak for or against it, so it's public hearing, we can do that.
See you. Thanks for that.
So that'd be great. Get it ready for West Henderson Street. I support that. This book. So now it's your discussion, and if you are done discussing the agenda item, and you can make a motion to issue the certificate of appropriateness in a second, and then I'll vote, and we'll move on to old business.
I know we accept what.
Second.
All in favor? So now the next thing on the agenda is old business, and I believe Nancy Page had an item she wanted to talk about.
Like we saw the size stop markers.
Yeah,
How many years?
at the January meeting, it brought to our attention, and Robert noted that those trolley stop markers, they get a lot of attention. We did have money in our budget to make those repairs. We did, we're in contract with Airlink Glass, Susan Darren, to make those repairs. And she started those. So if you go by the trolley stop, she's got that one completed. And the one at Chadford Street, I think she's got that one completed. So she's making progress. So we have enough money that in the next few months, I would think by November, December, all those will be completed. So she's making progress. And there's going to be Bailey, who's our communications manager, is going to do an article coming out soon on those with the artists. So we are making progress on those.
I didn't realize it was anything to do with the one at the trolley stop.
Yep, there were some pieces missing there. She found those, but she's making good progress on this.
Was this the original artist?
Do I?
It was not the original artist?
No. We've
Okay,
had
we've had
different
some
artists throughout the years. This one surprisingly, Eve Susan's name, but the other artists that have been making repairs, she's no longer here. So now we've got someone that we can rely on.
I was surprised she would do it because she's so busy.
Yeah.
When I called her work back there, no answer. She knows me and she didn't return my call. And I asked her, they said, if she moved out of town. And thank goodness she was not moved out of town.
So we're making good progress.
Thank you.
So the next item is other business from the chairperson and members of the board. So no, nobody got anything to talk about. All right. Other business from staff. Somebody pretty much covered it with the trolley stop markers. And with that, it's adjournment. So just a motion, second, and a vote for to adjourn.
I just have one question, not on the business.
Yes, ma'am.
But if we know how the house will be moved to Whiskey Creek, by water or by land,
Yes,
I would say, man,
I don't think it'd get them.
I don't either. But I was asked that and I didn't know.
I'm sure it'll be by land. They may have to cut a porch off of it or move it in separate pieces.
we live in two separate pieces.
Do they have a date yet? Why?
They're working on it now. They're actually at the house, living, taking it apart.
Oh, okay.
So can be.
And I understood we were waiting till kind of the traffic calmed down here. I called you outreach.
Covering.
So I guess that is adjournment.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
I think it's vice chair.
All right, and thank you.